Have you ever seen those complications? Have you ever seen those what the
Why can't I pronounce the word right?
Have you ever seen these compilations? Have you ever watched the compilations of dumb criminals? Dumb people, they exist all over the world. It's not just here in America. You might be shocked about that. But yeah, I mean, we do have the highest percentage in any other country in the world regarding dumb people. But here's the thing. If you Google that right now, they're going to say nah. They're going to tell you nah. Because Google is based in the United States. It was made by Americans, and they're, you know, smart, obviously, who built Google, but they're biased because America got a lot of dumb people. That's just the facts, you know. And they always said like the most dangerous people are dumb drunk people. True, yeah, true. There's a lot of dumb criminals out there who did dumb shit and end up in jail. And this video that we're going to react to might seem like they're not one of those because they did everything right. You know, they got a stolen truck, a stolen SUV. You know, they got the black gloves with the black ski mask and the black, you know, get up. They're doing like high stakes type of professionalism. You know, like they're about to commit a heist. But all they did is drag an ATM from a convenience store. Now, here's why they're dumb. Here's why I'm calling them dumb. A convenience store ATM doesn't have much money in it. Not as you think, you know? It's something out of that movie Barbershop, that, you know, what they did.
I know me. Boy, I'm Chi-Town's finest. Oh, what makes you like that, boy? Now I'm gonna have to poke you. Oh, I think I can. Just give us the money. What's my mama code?
Like, they dragged the out of this ATM that's possibly empty. You know, that's another possibility. Just like in Barbershop, you know, the shit comes up empty. Usually ATMs in convenience stores and shit like that don't really have a lot of money, man. Couple of thousand, you know, the best maybe if you got it the day they just filled it up, you probably, if you're lucky enough, maybe you're gonna leave with 2,000 to 3,000, you know, fresh, because nobody used the machine yet. But usually that's not the case, you know. A lot of times that's not, like, because it really depends on how many people are using that ATM in that location, really. And I'm assuming that they, you know, they did their research. They found out that the ATM was just filled up that day, and they decided to steal an SUV, and a black SUV, and steal it that same day, which would have people suspicious. You know, people start thinking, hey, I think I know who those people are. Usually the convenience store clerk would start coming up with names and people that he suspect that did it, you know, because they're asking him questions like, when do they fill up your ATM? You know, these people, does this ATM get filled up once a week or like once a month? You know, questions like that. That seems very suspicious type shit. They could have got more just by stealing the shit that was inside the convenience store. That shit was packed. That's a very, you know, that convenience store don't belong to no Arab, for sure. You know, that's a gas station convenience store. Yeah. I mean, here we're gonna react to the video right now. Let's check it out. Guys. So let me search up with this. Where is this video at? Where is it? I got it on my phone. I mean, I know I got the computer right here in front of me, but I downloaded the video on my phone so you could see it with me. And, oh, right here, got it. All right, here it is. All right, so they break in through the window. He hooks up how he even got that shit open? Was that open already? Is that always open? Oh, and they really fucked up the store, man. Oh man, I feel bad for the guy who owns this convenience store, bro. He really, yo, he got like cartons of water outside. I'm assuming the clerk is still inside because the cartons of water is outside. Like people could just grab that shit. Yo, that's a lot of property damage right there for sure. It is a gas station. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Damn, damn. I don't even mean to laugh for real, but yo, that's a lot of damage for a couple of thousand. And some people, the dumb people who's watching this, would be like, a couple of thousand, I could use that. I could use that. What you mean? It's not worth it. What you mean? I could definitely use that, bro. If you about to risk spending a few years in jail, go rob a bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely get more for sure, more than $2,000-3,000 and maybe $5,000 out of ATM. You probably get way more robbing a bank. Like, what you doing with, I mean, what are you gonna do with, that's chump change. I'm not trying to sound like how rich I honestly am, the brokest nigga in the world right now. I'm broke as shit. But I'm grateful, alhamdulillah, shukrullah. I'm very grateful for everything I got, man. For real, I'm grateful. But I am broke. Like, if I show you my bank account, you gonna cry. You gonna cry because it's negative. It's not even like I owe people. Shit, I owe the bank. I owe someone. I don't know who. I owe a few people, in fact. Anyway, point being is, you willing to risk going to jail for a few thousand that you're gonna spend on some bullshit? Like, you're not buying shit, you're not opening a business, you're not gonna invest in anything. Like, what you gonna do with it? That's all I'm saying. Like, that's just stupid to me. I see that as that's dumb. Like, if it was me, which I would never do, but if it was me, if I was planning and plotting on doing something like that, it would definitely be something like a bank. If I'm gonna take that risk, why not? I'm gonna make sure I got everything. I know where the camera's at. I know the security, if they got guns or not. I'm gonna plan every little detail, make sure I get every little bit. But usually people get caught, and a lot of times it don't go well with these type of robberies. But that being said, that's the shit I will do. Just saying. I just feel like that's stupid shit. Now, I'm not saying they're black who did that because they got ski masks. You can't really tell. But I'm really thinking they might be black. I'm not racist. I feel like they give that vibe type shit. Because I've seen barbershop and they were definitely black who did the barbershop thing when they robbed that ATM from that convenience store. So, just connecting the dots. They probably seen the movie. It was like, we could do this too. It was like one of those moments. But that being said, I wish them the best. Hopefully they don't get caught. They did everything right. They stole the SUV. The shit don't belong to them, right? I think. So maybe they was wearing the black gloves with the black ski mask and the black get up, like they're good. They're like shadows in the night. They're long gone, baby. Long gone. Maybe that like the only way again is either the clerk probably suspects who they are. Okay, that's done with. Anyway, the clerk probably suspects who they are, or they find like in the proximity, like the cops would try to go to hardware stores or anywhere near the proximity. Because it gotta be like, I feel like it's likely to be a customer. I'm trying to do my detective thing right now. It probably is a customer. I feel like 100% a customer. So, which means he lives in the region, right? So my thing will be look in the region, like in hardware stores, who just bought a rope that same freaking day with a hook. The rope around 60 feet, maybe 70 feet long rope. Yeah. Okay. Who's gonna buy that? You go to the stores, It's not gonna be like, oh, 5 people that one day bought the same size rope. No, it's not even possible. That's like statistically, if we're thinking about, in a rational sense, that's the odds is against it. It's definitely gonna be like once every 2 months, maybe. And people are not around here just buying ropes 60 feet long every day. So that will be my direction. That's how I'm gonna get to solving that case, and I think that's exactly what the police are doing too. So watch out, guys. You better be gone with that 2-3 thousand. Get out of the country. $2-3 thousand. You need to leave the country, bro. You got it all now. You got it all. You can live your life off that shit, right? Stupid people, man. Dumbass people. I swear to God.